Okay, I'm attempting to go live. I don't know how good of a signal I'll have here, but I wanted to show you our Skoolie. I showed you our boat and sailing the other day, so I thought I'd give you a tour of our Skoolie. So first of all, let's look at our surroundings. They're very beautiful. It's like we're camping in the woods. There's our Skoolie. There is our fifth wheel, which is home now. So in the back of the Skoolie, I bought from Temu, which I fell in love with, a cat screen. So now we can have a back door open and we just zip up the cat screen and the cats can't get out. This box here has our batteries in it for our solar power. And on this side over here, the generator right there is usually mounted right there. Up above here is our bikes, which I wish they weren't up there because I would like to be riding them. I want Alan to put them together and put them in the front of the bus. Okay, so this is a view on the side of the bus. Side door here. Let me open that side door and show you what that looks like. I did most of the work. I did most of the work on this bus. Only thing Alan really did was make this platform right here, and I got a story to tell about that when we get on the other side. This is going to have a cat screen on it also, so it zips so that the cats can't get out, because we have 3 cats that we travel with. And our bus was originally called the Red Ladder Bus, but it's sort of dumb because I want him to take the ladder off and to put a table out there. So here is our door. This door has a story. We were driving along and we hit a piece of metal on the road and it popped up and it went through this window and shattered it. And our dogs were sitting right there, and thank God the dog didn't get no glass on him, and I had to throw the dog in the back and lock the cats in the back excuse me, because I was afraid that they would get out of the window. So we had to stop real quick and had to get a piece of plywood and put a piece of plywood there. And what Alan did, originally he took the 2 doors that were on the bus here and he screwed them together. He pieced them together so it's all one piece. And here is the door. And now this here is what we call the drawbridge. You take this piece out and it comes down and lays down over the steps. So when you're driving or you're parked camping, it gives you a lot more room here. And then as you walk in here, this is this is all of our like jackets and windbreakers, and then this is ropes and cat harnesses and leashes. And then we usually have the binoculars on here, but right now they're on the sailboat. And then backpacks and bags and hats and stuff like that. And this is my seat. It's pretty dirty right now because I didn't clean the front at all. And I don't have seat covers right now. This is the front here when we stop. This is actually usually these curtains are usually tied together. And then when we stop and it gets really hot, we just slide that curtain. See if I can make it smaller. Just slide that curtain all the way over. And then this curtain here slides that way. And then we have a curtain that goes across the door here because it gets really hot. And then I just made this recently. This is my art table. Oops. When we stop, not when we stop, when we're driving, I pull this over to me and I flip the table up and I can actually paint while we're driving. Now this here, I love this. This is so cool. I'm so glad God showed me this idea. This is a screen, a cat-proof screen that I took the wood off the door and put this on the door. So it just opens like a screen door so that the cats can't get out. Okay, so you go through the door here. This is my office right here. This is my office. Up here is our first aid stuff. 3 drawers of first aid. This is my art studio. It is also our kitchen table. You can see I drew a dog here, but I haven't finished it because I've been painting the women that I love to paint. Okay, so behind here, down here, underneath, that box is full of spray paint, because the way I start my art is I usually start by using spray paint and stencils just to give it color and some kind of a background. These 3 drawers right here are full of art supplies, and then that tin underneath is full of spray paint. And so my markers are here, and my special acrylic markers are here. These are oil markers. They have to lay flat. And then our TV, we can actually sit on our bed and watch TV. And then I made curtains by just taking a PVC pipe, and I bought some fabric and material, and I just cut it and put it up there. Then these shelves here are actually doors off of a boat. We have a dumpster at our sailboat club, and I got in the dumpster and I pulled these doors out. I wanted a whole lot more, but Alan said, no, don't get them. And sometimes I just need to insist on things because I really wish I had gotten them. So we have one there, and then the other one is right there. Excuse me. Okay, so this is also our kitchen table. We sit here and we can eat here. And over here, the chicken wire I love, but Alan doesn't. That's why instead of putting chicken wire over here on this door, I put that on. This is a cat space up here, cat litter. I have to put a little bit of a ledge here, and I want to put a cat litter rug there so that cat litter comes off their feet, because it ends up usually coming here, which means at night when we sleep, it's going to be here in our bed. And that's not where I want it to be. So this, I'm going to make this into like a little bookshelf here and nighttime stuff. I got a little, when we open up the bed, it's only a couple inches off the floor, so I just have a night light there I can press. And I like to read at night when Alan doesn't. So I have a night light over here too. Now, I learned this from another Skoolie person. Those pillows have all our bedding in it. So they have a quilt, they have changes of sheets and pillowcases, and some of them have clothing in it. So the back rest on the bed is actually our bedding. These drawers here, this first two drawers actually are kitchen stuff. Next drawer is my clothing, and I like using the packing bags. And then the next one is Alan's stuff. The last 2 drawers right now don't have anything in it because we're kind of split between the boat, the house, and the bus. So we need to buy a lot of stuff that stays in the bus, because my thought is this bus has always got to be ready to go in emergency. I mean, with the wacky stuff happening in the world, it's got to be ready to go. If there's a volcano, an earthquake, whatever, we have to be ready to go at a moment's notice. If something happens with our kids or grandkids, we got to be ready to go. So this is our bed over here. We just flip it open, and it goes all the way over to the corner right there. And then this door, I had to put hinges on so it would go either way. It opens this way, so Alan can get out of bed and go that way to get out. He has to squeeze to get out. So because he likes to drive at like 5 and 4 in the morning when we go somewhere, and I like to stay sleeping. So our head's going to go at that end against the refrigerator. He still has to put some 2x4s there sort of to brace the refrigerator, so there's no chance of it falling on our head while he's driving or on our cats. So I need to get a runner for the right down the center here. A runner carpet yet. Okay, so underneath here is this bottom tin has our tools in it, like a glue gun, stapler gun, a drill, and so forth. This next one is going to have paints in because I'm going to be ordering some more spray paint. I absolutely love playing with spray paint. Behind there, which a lot of people who have Skoolies forget about, is our dirty laundry bag. And we'll just fish things out of there when it's time to do laundry. Okay, up here, these 3 things will have my art supplies in it. And each thing will be labeled. Those are 2 of the puppets that I have. I need to have another puppet, my monkey puppet I don't have. This one has some towels and stuff like that, and this one has some food in it. And then I love my little light there. But down here is a really cool container that I used to keep my paints in. But right now, because cans are so heavy and I'd rather have them on the floor, I made my swing, which I absolutely love my swing. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I made my swing higher so that I could fit 2 layers of cans under the swing. And I absolutely always have to have my swing in. I love where it's at. And the reason we put it here is because this unsnaps, and this is our emergency window. So this moves, TV moves, and we can climb right out of our emergency window. It's not blocked and being used, but yet the space is not being wasted. And I absolutely love that. And then this is one of my favorite things. This is actually a boat kitchen. We told the Marine Master who took us out in our boat last week from the live that we did a couple days ago that we were looking for a stove from a boat because we liked that it rocked and we liked it. So he called us like the next day and he says, hey, how about this? Racing boats, in order to race, they take out the kitchen. And so he says, here it is. It's under somebody's house. Go get it. So Alan went and got it and brought it home. So this, he made a platform for it. This has, you put water in here. And this is an alcohol stove. You just pour alcohol, dentured alcohol in there. And then you light it and turn it on. And 2 burners and it's solid. I really like it. And then this is a sink. And you just lift it up here. And when you lift up is when the water comes in. It doesn't have no water in it right now. And then this is really cool. This is going to be our fruits, vegetables, and snacks. See how I have a little thing in there. But this is an old refrigerator that's on boats. It's on our boat too. We have one of these. And they're made to keep things cool. Then I have my essential oils there. And I have a little plastic to keep them from falling. And my spices and oils there. Up here I have washcloths and towels for the dish towels. And then I'm going to also have my smoothie, my bone broth protein and stuff like that up in that top shelf. And then down here I'll have some of my vitamins down here. Now we haven't finished this back here. I want it like square, like when you close it, like a little window here. So I can actually sit in that stool and do dishes and look out the window, or open the door and look out the window. Right now I just have this piece of wood here, which kind of is unfinished. So that's still something we got to work on. And then underneath we have a diesel heater, which is awesome. I love the diesel heater. This is about our 3rd or 4th one because, you know, different vehicles that we've had. And I just put the burlap here. That there is that can. I love tin cans and baskets. That tin can has dried food in it because, you know, you never know what's going to happen. You need lots of food supplies. And this stuff is just on the floor because we're still working. Back here, you see that bumblebee? You can't come in here. Is that door that I showed you when I first walked in. That is actually made out of cat-proof fabric. And we just zip that shut and can open the door. And we can also slide the curtain across in case the heat's too hot in here. And I'd like to make a little shelf across here for books, and so the cat can get away from the dog when we get one someday in a couple years again. This is our generator, our little generator that we use. We plug it into a 12 volt, I guess it is, right there. My husband does the parts of the tour that explains it. His electronic stuff is in there. He can get in there pretty quick. And it's plugged in here. Now this is my old desk. This is my desk from the bus before, and you can see all the holes there because I'm not a perfectionist. I don't care. I just want to get the job done. So I put holes in it, putting it up, taking it down. And then I put this up for Alan, and I painted it back white because it was all full of paint. But this is Alan's desk. He works from home anywhere from 20 to 40 hours a week. He works from home. This is the lid to our toilet, which goes over here. It's in the house right now. So we have a toilet right here. And the way we use the toilet is 2 plastic bags that are super strong with sorghum moss in it. And then every time we go, we cover it in sorghum moss. And then when it gets full, or a little bit full, we put it in like the whole 2 bags, tie a knot in it, and put it in a like a Walmart bag. And then when we get to a gas station, we just put it in the trash. And it's just like baby diapers. So here's our refrigerator, and these are our baby locks that we use to keep the door from flying open when we're driving. Up here is a curtain with magnets on it, and what we do here, come on, when Alan gets up early in the morning, he pulls this curtain over and he pulls that curtain on that side over, and it blocks my view from him working here. It blocks the view so that the light is not in my eyes. And I have I have to re-glue that magnet or sew it, magnets on them so that it would hold it tighter closed. So this bed folds out. This is like one length, and it just flips out. We just move this chair and it flips out. And Alan's going to have my office chair that I use right now. He's going to use that here. So that is basically we have a couple fans. One is from the 12 volt over there. And this is burlap that I just glued a rope in it, and then I just hook it on here to keep everything from falling. And underneath here I have packing bags that we put stuff in. So you see, we got lots of room in here. And it's working out, so good. Since we redid it, actually, we're not finished. We have to finish that kitchen and close that up a little bit more, but we haven't actually gone anywhere in the bus yet. We're looking to get ready to go up to the Smoky Mountains for a weekend, maybe next weekend. Excuse me. So that's basically our Skoolie. It's 24 feet long. And there was a time when we were seriously thinking, not too long ago, of getting a bigger bus. But as we watched some friends of ours and the struggles that they had with a bigger bus, we decided we just need to redo this and we can make it work. Underneath the bus on the outside, there's lots of space that my husband has to cut into and fabricate some boxes to put stuff in. So he keeps all his tools outside, because I don't want anything else in here. I want to keep it uncrowded and nice looking. And by the way, this is a seat belted seat. This is the bus seat that came out of here. We put it back in. It has a seat belt, so I can actually sit here and paint seat belted in while Alan's driving. And one of the rules is when Alan's driving and you're walking around in the bus, you always have to hang on to something. You never just walk through the bus. And I try not to walk a lot, because you never know what happens. But sometimes I have to make sandwiches or get some supper ready or make Alan coffee. So I have to walk around in the bus and do stuff. But I try not to do that too often. I try to be seated safely in the front, now that I have my art table in the front also, or back here. So that's the tour of our Skoolie. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, you can ask, and hopefully my husband will answer it, because I don't know the technicality of all that stuff. And if you're interested, you can watch my live video I did yesterday of our 30-foot sailboat. Talk to you later.